Hello guys, today we are at Koskile and right beside me is the new Toyota CHR from 2024. If you thought the previous CHR was bold, trust me, this one is insanely striking and futuristic at the same time. Though it looks quite identical to the previous one, but trust me, it has gone through immense amount of transformation inside and out. And in this video, we're going to talk about all of these. But before, as we just started our journey, right, it will be really helpful if you can support us with your subscription to the channel and be a part of the Car Copenhagen family. This is Raj and you're watching Car Copenhagen. So without further ado, let's begin. Right off the bat, it's an extremely striking car that shocks you with its bold designs, crazy creases, and really elegant rear design. It's worth mention that Toyota's bold move to the dual-tone color contrast. Some range-topping versions go even extreme with this bi-tone concept. Anyway, let's begin with the front of the car. The front is dominated by the huge grille, which really adds sportiness to the design. Also, it has boomerang-shaped outline that connects the design from headlight unit to the lower bumper of the car. The design worked so cleverly that it will be really interesting to look at. I like the fact that it's hiding all the sensors. Even the fog lamp are integrated really well. The headlight unit is also very cool and works really great in terms of functionality. The top part works as daytime running lights and indicator, which seems really strong. The lower part has 4 powerful LED bright lights which ensures great visibility at darker nights. The real crazy part for me is the nose of this car. It's remind me of shark nose. Do you guys agree with that or you think different? Let me know in the comments below. It's designed to cut through the air as soon as it comes in contact. These diamond cuts are hugely common in this car. Design from the side is pretty identical to the previous one, yet quite interesting, again with lots of creases and cuts. As new addition, you get proper door handle for your passenger door and its positioned in obvious place. These creases are so striking and has diamond cuts all over. This makes it cutting through the air more efficiently. In my opinion, the rear in this car is the most elegant part. It reminds me of the BMW X6. Nevertheless, it has a great rear with continuous tail light. It covers the entire rear starting from side. What's more cool is the illuminated Toyota CHR logo. It surely be liked by many. The rear windscreen is quite slopey and followed by a sporty roof spoiler and a shark fin antenna. But what I miss though, a windscreen wiper at the back. At times, it's really an important feature to have. The proportion from the rear tail light to the bumper is really unique and the way Toyota has played with it, it's really impressive. The design is completely flowing all together in my opinion. Last but not the least, the way the rear bumper is connected with the main rear is really appreciable. The car looks different and full of surprising design element as soon as you start looking at it from different angles. All lights are modern bright LEDs with really prominent presence. Now let's get into the car, but before let's hear out the door closing sound. To be honest, I expected it to be more grounded, but anyway, that's fine. At first, you will notice the dark themed interior with black and grey contrast. The door panel is really solid and made out of hard and soft plastic along with some fabric work. Secondly, it has functional but still with traditional approach. As a driver, you get good access to all side mirror controls as well as window controls. In addition, the door handle is also comfortable to grab and sturdy at the same time. When it comes to material quality, it starts with soft and squishy plastic on the top and cushiony and fabricated in the side armrest and up, though the control panels are in hard plastic, so the rest of the door panel. What is interesting though, they have tried to design a connected interior altogether. Practicality wise, The door bin is pretty big and deep. It will surely fit medium to large water bottle. In addition, CHR badging along with the partial electric control for the seat is great to have. The wind turbine shaped AC vent will surely catch your eyes and is easy to use also. The rest of the interior is pretty interesting with lots of traditional approach, also some cool styling hacks. For example, the dash itself is slightly declining towards the windshield, which helps greatly with the visibility of the road ahead. Otherwise, the entire cabin is highly functional and practical. The center console dominates the design with easily accessible hazard lights, air vents, and some solid, mostly used buttons. Below, you have the wireless charging base for one phone only, along with two cup holders and solid gear sticks, along with various controls to make it drive on different modes. In front, we have two USB ports, one in the dash and second one in the armrest. There is also a 12-volt socket inside the armrest. The storage in the armrest is pretty decent with soft rubbery surface. Unfortunately, the armrest is fixed and can't be adjusted according to your need. The glove box is okay size with easy access, in addition to an extra snack storage on the dash. Steering wheel appears to be very simple yet functional. It is full of short keys like hands-free telephoning, voice assistant, and other mostly used functions like lane keep assist as well as adaptive cruise control. All buttons are real buttons with solid feedback attached to it. To me, the most liked element in the interior is the seats. They are super comfy, cushiony, and body hugging. They match perfectly with the dark interior theme. However, for some it might be little too dark, especially at the back cabin. Speaking of which, let's explore the rear cabin now. At first, it appears to have a good design when you open the door. While the door opening is fairly narrow, you can have just enough space to get in as adult. But what is disappointing though is the material quality at the rear door panel. It feels quite cheap and basic with lots of plastic elements. There is no door bin, only one cup holder is what you get. Thankfully, the seat quality remained the same, great and comfortable. In terms of space, I have enough legroom to sit comfortably and also some space to extend my feet when I want to. It is certainly better than the previous CHR. In addition, the back of the front seat is very soft and spongy. So even if you are carrying tall adult, their knees will be in comfortable place. But things changes when you shift to middle seat. Due to the front seat's anchor points, you won't have place to put your feet without invading other people's space, which will be really cramped and uncomfortable. Speaking of which, you get only one USB-C port in the back. So be prepared to borrow from the front or just buy a dual adapter. Convenience goes down when you know that there is no armrest either in the rear, neither any through loading. On top of it, it gets pretty dark due to small windows, large rear pillar, and dark theme interior. If it's a possibility, this car is always recommended with panoramic sunroof. But on the good side, it's really simple to fold the seats and it works every time. Now let's get into the boot of the car and see what it has to offer. At first, the entry seems okay as it gets the hatchback style opening. Though the load lip is relatively high with no false flooring, and same for the rear seat, which means sliding heavy item in particular isn't going to be an easy task. Secondly, there is no special storage for the parcel shelf either. On the good side, there are plenty of tethering points, including 12-volt socket. As it comes under a compact SUV, it offers 388 liters of cargo space, and the seats fold 60-40 ratio. Now let's jump into the engine and its performance. The new Toyota CHR comes with a hybrid and plug-in hybrid variant with 1.8 and 2-liter 4-cylinder engine with CVT gearbox. This particular one is 1.8 liter hybrid engine producing 140 brake horsepower, and 2-liter plug-in hybrid engine will produce up to 223 brake horsepower. Acceleration is starting from 7.4 seconds. As it is not positioned as a sports car, driving quality is given more preference than the first acceleration. This new Toyota CHR has got so many new features, and I am just excited to show you all. So when you unlock the car, the door handle opens like this, and so the side mirrors. When you make yourself comfortable in the driving seat, you have a nice steering wheel with various features: adaptive cruise control, driving mode selector, and voice assist system, to name the few. I really like how the driver's info system fire up. It's really bright and crisp. Another cool thing is the red line showing up every time you hit the brake pedal. How cool is that? When it comes to the actual infotainment system, it is actually smaller than it shows, as it's got really thick bezel. On the good side, there is the actual volume control button here on the screen integrated. Though the system I am trying now has fairly limited access, it appears to be basic, smooth, and straightforward. The graphics appeared decent with responded in timely manner. All this physical button actually took a lot of things out from the infotainment system, unlike all electric cars. Overall, it's really a practical and functional system that ensures your focus staying on the road and experience the driving as you should. Now, let's get into driving this thing. Well, enough of talking, it's time to hit the road. As you can see, the weather is not at its best today, but that doesn't stop us from reviewing the car. And today we are sitting on the Toyota CHR, the new one, and it's from 2024. Yes, first things first, we are driving 1.8 liter hybrid Toyota CHR from 2024, and this one is pretty powerful with 140 horsepower. And I'm gonna check its acceleration in the motorway to start with. Let's go. Oh yes, I really like the way it pick up the speed. It's not crazy like one of those electric cars. It's still gonna give you the reminder of the old Toyota CHR with this moo sound or whatever. But once it's got the speed, this car go to relaxing mode and start cruising smoothly in the road. And once you are on your optimum speed driving this car, it's a breeze. I really like that. It's very smooth. Even in adverse condition like this car is behaving pretty smooth. One thing I like about these driving seats, it's pretty natural to sit in and also ergonomically correct. At the same time, it's quite body hugging, making you quite comfortable while driving. When it comes to road noise and any other noise of that sort, I can hear a little bit of engine noise, but that's really negligible. However, the raindrop from the roof, it's more audible to me than the road noise, which is a good thing. I also like the fact that this car has got some safety features on and is telling me the road ahead is wet and I should be careful about my driving. As far as the visibility is concerned, this car is much better than previous model. Why? Because the visibility is pretty good. You're sitting quite high up, and also the windscreen is pretty wide with comparatively thinner A-pillar, and also side mirror is quite big. And also I think the rear window cut is quite bigger than before, though they still have the rear slopey pillar which is blocking the view quite a lot. I wish I had a digital camera here on the rear view mirror. That would help a lot, but still it's not that bad at all. It's highly manageable. Now we are going to make a U-turn to see if the car's turning is optimum, especially in the tight road. Oh yes, I had a lot of room left that I could use. It has done the circle in a nice manner. I'm really impressed with that. I can feel that the driving characteristics on this car is way improved compared to the previous one. It's more smoother, more maneuverable, and more comfortable to ride. No doubt on that. When it comes to suspension, it's also pretty smooth. So far, we have been driving on smooth surface comparatively, but we're gonna test out this car on a little bit uneven surface to check the suspension. However, what I got the feeling so far, the suspension is really smooth and giving you a comfortable ride all the way. Slowing down this car is also fun. The braking is really good. It gives you a cushiony feeling. Never ever a jerk on this car. Whoopa, whoopa, whoopa. Wonderful. One thing I wish it wasn't there is the engine making noise when you accelerating up. It doesn't matter which kind of speed limit you are on, even in the city road from 30 to 50 if you want to go, the engine will make some noise, and which is uncomfortable sometimes, right? But once you drive this car regularly, you get used to of this one. I like this one so much better than the previous one because its visibility is just great. It makes you 100% comfortable and confident about your maneuver. You can see the road was pretty wobbly. I was shaking a lot, but still this car managed very smoothly. All in all, this car drives impeccably smooth, no matter what the road condition is. However, the speed limit detector is pretty annoying and it goes on even if it's 1 kilometer up. Since last time, this car has improved so much in its driving characteristics that almost everybody will love this car driving. One thing for sure, I must say, this car still drives like another regular Toyota. It's not like a performance car, and it doesn't have the fast acceleration like other crazy electric motor. However, if you got the time to enjoy your driving, this car does the job very excellent. I am on 25 and I'm reaching up to 50. Still, this car is giving the mooey sound. It's not like the engine is struggling. Has got pretty much a lot of power. You can see it when you take this car on the motorway, but still the noise, I think it's fundamental to the engine and it's there all the time. And in the design work also, they have done a great work lowering the dash here. While you sit, you feel like you sat pretty high up, having a great view of the road, which increase your visibility of the road and road awareness at the same time. And there are some cutout also next to your side mirror, which really helps to cut the blind spot at the same time. Otherwise, there are sensors all around the car letting you know all the time if there is any obstacle detected. All in all, it's really a fine driving experience. I have not much to pick in driving, apart from if I'm really picky, I will be picking on the acceleration. Of course, it's a combustion engine car with hybrid technology, and 140 horsepower isn't sound much in today's date, right? But it drives really balanced, giving you a comfortable ride and taking you from A to B without any fuss at all. On top, you have access to crazy safety features and reliability from Toyota. I really appreciate the driving with this car. So if you have been the Toyota CHR fan and thinking about having this car from some time, there isn't any better time than this. This car is really well balanced, I must say. I know price is something that we can talk about always with Toyota. They always seems a little bit expensive compared to what they offer, but at the end, it's worth it because you got your safety covered, you got your driving comfort covered, and at the same time, if you want to change the model, you always get high resale value. So in my opinion, it's really justified. And that's all I have to say from the driving perspective. Now let's move on with the review. All in all, it's a great car, drives really well, ensuring safety and great comfort on the road. I really like the exterior design of this car. It's really striking and bound to give you really strong road presence. And the interior has improved significantly compared to the previous one. I really wish to thank Toyota for stepping up the game and bringing this up to the competition. However, they still have a long way to go. Most importantly, the storage and practicality, though, has improved a lot compared to the previous one, but still it's remained one of the most weakest point in this car. But last but not the least, this car doesn't come cheap. It's one of the most expensive in this segment. And if you decided to go for the range topping variant, it's insanely expensive. So if you don't mind paying this hefty amount of money for this car and not bothered about acceleration and practicality, this is the car you can trust for your upcoming adventure, and it will surely not let you down. You can trust me on this. That's all from me for now. I hope you really liked the video, but before I leave, I really want to thank and appreciate all of you for taking the time to watch our video and be part of Car Copenhagen family. Until next time, please take care and drive safe.